Guys, today is Monday. I hope everyone's day is off to an amazing start. Thanks so much for stopping in today, guys. All right, so today, what are we talking about? We're talking about, guys, so 7 things that you can get rid of right now in your home, and it will be greater than it was yesterday. All right, so let's go ahead and jump really quickly, guys, into this video. I am so excited about this one because I know this one right here is really going to make a difference in the way you feel about your home. All right, so we are coming up on spring. If you're like me, you are so looking forward to spring. But also, if you are like me, I get the house buying bug in the spring. No, we are not getting ready to buy a home. I think we're done, all right? But I know when we were looking for our first home, our second home, and even this home, we always started wanting to buy a home in the spring. I just think that's just the perfect time. You're doing your home tours and whatnot. But I said all that to say, if you purchased a home last spring, you're looking to purchase a home this spring, guys, should we put a date, a time limit on how long we have the temporary window coverings hanging in our home? You know, the paper blinds. If you have been in your home, I want to say for more than 2 years, guys, I think it's about time to go ahead and remove those temporary window coverings from our windows. There's so many things that go wrong when you leave those temporary window coverings up for an extended time. I have passed through neighborhoods where they were actually hanging from the window. You know, they were just hanging on by a little bitty corner. You can see it from the street. The temporary blinds, window coverings are meant to be just that, temporary. So that little adhesive that is hanging on there for dear life is only going to adhere to your windows for, you know, so long. Once they mix with the dust that's gonna, you know, naturally accumulate in the home, even the oils from your finger when you were initially hanging them, they're only going to be there for so long. So I said all that to say, as we go out and purchase our new homes, if we are in a new home, if we have been in a home for a while, guys, let's go ahead, if we don't have them down already, let's go ahead and remove the temporary window coverings. Also, let me know down in the comments, guys, if you have had the opportunity to ride through neighborhoods, even maybe your own neighborhood, and you have neighbors who have just really raggedy, tattered, discolored, temporary window coverings hanging in their windows. Now, let me say this, let me be clear. I know that when we are moving into our new homes, guys, moving into our new spaces, it is natural that we need to put something up to the windows temporarily. All right, so I'm not saying or beating up on anyone who has temporary window treatments hanging and they, you know, just moved in. But 2 years, I think, is probably, you know, enough time for us to have taken those things down. Once you remove those temporary window coverings, guys, from the windows, the space will come alive. You'll start to see the things that you need to do in the space to make it, you know, just more homey, more inviting. Your home cannot be a home if you have temporary things hanging around in your windows. Oh my gosh, please tell me that none of you have a junk car sitting out in your driveway, hanging outside of the garage that you know you're not gonna use. It doesn't even have an engine in it, or it's sitting on blocks. Also, let me know in the comments if you have a neighbor. All right, let me know if you have a neighbor who is guilty of having that old car from 1935 that they've been saying for years that they're gonna fix up and paint it and do whatever to it, but year after year after year goes by and they haven't done anything to that car. All that car is doing with that old tarp sitting on top of it is detracting from what could be a beautiful home. So if you guys are guilty of this, go ahead and get rid of it. I know that there are a lot of organizations that will actually come by and pick up your junk car. You will see also, guys, that when you remove cars from the front of your house, I don't know, it just, the facade of your house just will take on a whole new level of beauty, all right? I think houses in general, especially the houses here in Georgia, and I'm probably biased, but I just love the way our brick homes look. And if you have an old junk car sitting out in the front of the house, no one really gets to see that or really take that in because they're focusing on that, you know, trash car that is out in your driveway. So if you're guilty of this, guys, go ahead, get rid of the car, and you will immediately, when you remove that car or have that car removed, you will immediately see a difference in the way that your home looks. Old broken toys that your kids are no longer playing with, old broken toys that your kids have actually outgrown. Why are we holding on to these toys? Why are we holding on to those stuffed animals with the holes in them? Every time it, you know, occasionally gets picked up, it's leaking stuffing. The little toy cars, missing wheels, just like the toy car, not the toy cars outside, but the real cars outside that just look terrible with, you know, 2 wheels missing. Your kids aren't playing with that little car with the 2 wheels missing. I would imagine they would want it to roll on all 4 wheels like an actual car. So why are we holding on to these things? Why are we holding on to those train sets with the missing tracks? Why do your kids have, your daughters have the little baby dolls that are missing their heads? Go ahead, either donate those that may look like they are in, you know, some type of working condition and, you know, refreshing that toy box or that play area. Similarly, the little faux kitchen areas, play kitchen areas that we always get our kids for Christmas, or the little play houses. Those things are sitting around becoming discolored. The kids aren't playing with them. They're too tall for them. Go ahead, give those things to Goodwill. A junk drawer. No chaos in 2019. All right, so yes, we do need a space, a drawer in our home where we can put those items, let's say like our coupons. We have a drawer where we put Band-Aids, maybe chapstick, a little bottle of lotion that's gonna be right off of the mud room, something that we can grab, you know, if we, you know, forgot to moisturize upstairs. We need a little junk drawer to put, you know, scissors and ink pens, things like that. But your junk drawer should not, guys, be filled with expired coupons. You want to, as regularly as possible, go through that junk drawer and kind of do an inventory of the things that are in there that are old. We don't want in that junk drawer, ladies, you know, we are guilty of this, having bobby pins that are missing the little tips. So now the bobby pin is all rough. I do not want that tough end of the bobby pin scraping my scalp. So if you're guilty of any of that, those need to go as well. So not saying that you need to get rid of the junk drawer or the catch-all drawer altogether. However, what I am saying is clean out your junk drawer, regularly go in there and take an inventory of the things that we can absolutely get rid of, so that when you are, let's say, in a time crunch, you're looking for that business card of the guy that comes over and fixes the plumbing, you're not kind of rummaging through, getting frustrated trying to find his number. Actually, it should be in your phone, but that's another story. But if you have his information on his little business card, you don't want to have to become frustrated because it's just piled underneath old mail, expired coupons, flyers from Pizza Hut and Papa John's, old electronics, VCRs. Why is there a VCR in your home? You know you're not using that VCR. It's just, you have your TV sitting on top of it. It's just collecting dust. Get rid of that VCR. We're barely using a DVD player around here, so I know you guys aren't using that VCR. Also, the kitchen appliances that you know you're not going to use. You haven't used that bread maker in 8 years. You got that bread maker 8 years ago as a Christmas present, as a birthday present, as a Mother's Day gift, and you've used it twice. It's just sitting in your kitchen, taking up space. All right, what about that ice cream maker that you used one summer, but you, for the life of you, aren't able to keep all of the ingredients you need for the ice cream in the home, and then you just feel like it's too much work. You can just go to Kroger and pick up a container of Mayfield's ice cream. So old containers, so old kitchen appliances that are just taking up room in your kitchen, and your old electronics, or your things like your VCR, even the DVD players, guys, that you know you are not using. Some of you have, when I'm like filming in the kitchen, you guys have noticed that we here in this house actually have a landline. Yes, we still have just landlines in the house. Someone made a hilarious comment, like, I don't know, a few videos ago, you're like, is that a phone? Is that a real telephone? Haven't seen one of those in ages. Well, yes, because of the work that Eric is in, because of the work that he does, we actually do have to have a landline. And I know the phone looks kind of clunky in the kitchen or in the bedroom when you see them, but yeah, gotta hold on to ours. Let me know too if there are any of you out there. Raise your hand in the comments if you guys actually still have a landline. Old workout equipment. Those of you with the treadmill in your home and the, what is it, the band, the belt is broken, so it will not kind of spin through. It won't kind of move through. Why do you still have that treadmill? Please don't tell me you are looking to get that fixed, because it's going to cost you more to have that fixed, to have that repaired, than it will for you to probably just go ahead and get a new one. I know in our very first home, we had a treadmill, and these pieces of machinery, guys, they don't last forever. They do go out on you. We actually had a treadmill that just stopped working. You turn it on and that thing, the belt would not move. And so we kind of called around to see how much it would cost to have the belt replaced, and we were like, what? No, we'll just get another treadmill. So go ahead and get rid of that treadmill. Probably too, if your belt has gone out on that treadmill, it's probably a kind of an older model, so it would probably be a little bit more advantageous for you to get an updated treadmill as well. And yeah, and then, you know, the larger treadmills, the older ones are probably going to take up a little bit more space also. You guys, again, going back to the master bedroom tour, once again, thank you guys so much for chiming in on that video and just leaving all of the great comments. As far as the elliptical goes in our bedroom, that we have in our bedroom, we actually do use it. Those of you who are guilty of having pieces of equipment that you're just hanging your clothes on, you know you're not going to use it. I know some of us are actually more motivated to work out in more of a group setting, and you know, in that you will probably benefit a little bit more if you work out in a gym. If you're not going to use the elliptical, if you're not going to use a treadmill, go ahead, get it out of the space. It can stop collecting dust. You can now be motivated to hang your clothes up rather than throwing them across the arm of the elliptical, or just plopping the whole basket of clothes down on the treadmill. Go ahead and get rid of it. It's okay. Working out at home is not for everybody. I know for a long time I really benefited from working out in a group setting, but now I'm a little bit more self-motivated. But you know, everybody works out differently. But if you are guilty of holding on to those big pieces of workout equipment, they're not benefiting you one iota, go ahead and get rid of those items. And finally, guys, we're at the last one. This one, I'm willing to bet you no one has this one, all right? I don't think anybody has this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. The floor model TV that you don't even have the knob for, okay? You have the floor model TV and you have another TV sitting on top of that floor model TV. Now, I know you guys don't have it. However, your grandmother, your grandparents may be guilty of this. Even some of our moms, we have older parents, they may be guilty of this as well. But no fault of their own. You know, they don't have time to keep up with the current trends. All right, so what you have to do, what I employ you guys to do, if you have relatives who are guilty guilty of having the huge floor model TVs that don't work, have not worked in eons. However, they do have a TV sitting on top of it. Help them out, guys. Bring them over, you know, into this time period of decor and decorating and say, you know what, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, I'm gonna go ahead and have someone come over. Humps hauling junk, I'm not sure if they are nationwide. I want to say they are, but they are phenomenal, guys. They will come and haul away anything. Those dudes look small, but they are so strong. We've had them, I think at our second house, come and just haul away so much stuff. They showed up, I was like, there's no way you little dudes are gonna be able to get this stuff out of here. But yes, they did, and didn't scratch, dent, not one thing. So do your relatives a favor and have that stuff hauled out. I just can't imagine how much space those big TVs are taking up nowadays. So go ahead, help them out by getting some type of moving service in there and haul away those old-fashioned floor model TVs. Well, that is it, guys. Those are my 7 or 8 things that I think if you got rid of these items today, you would see a noticeable difference in your home, all right? Especially the one where you have the junk car outside. Now, I know you're not gonna be able to go out and do it right now here today because you're gonna have to make a couple of phone calls, but get on it, guys. I really do believe that is one you're going to thank me for. If it's parked on your grass, I hope not, but once you remove it, you will start to see your grass start to flourish, all right? It'll be green again instead of that brown dead spot of grass, you know, in your lawn. The other one that I think you could probably go ahead and take action on is going to be the temporary window treatments, guys. Let's get rid of those paper blinds, all right? But I really do appreciate you guys stopping in today. You guys know that I love chatting with you all in the comments, good, bad, ugly, all right? We are family, so I'm looking forward to chatting with you all. Let's try not to be too rude to one another, okay? But I do respect you all's, you know, differences of opinions. I know that we are going to have them from time to time. You guys are not necessarily going to agree with everything I say, and I don't expect you to, but we can, you know, formulate our opinions in a way that we are not too overly offensive, all right? So with all of that, guys, I look forward to chatting with you all here in a minute in the comments, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.